What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so I'm pretty excited to tell you about this product, but actually if you've been following my channel for a while, you probably already know something about it. And this short video today is about Flipbelt. And this is my Flipbelt that I have had for, I don't know, years. It's a tubular belt, it's hollow through the middle, and you kind of step into it and pull it up and it's nice and tight around your waist. It really is a fantastic product. So good in fact, that I think it has made my Christmas gift list for runners 2 years in a row. And I have used this old flip belt. You can see it's old because look, it's their old logo. I've had this for years. I've used it for countless marathons. I find it is the perfect companion when I'm out running, especially when I'm out racing and I want to store stuff so it doesn't jostle around. But guys, you better believe that I did not make a video about the same flip belt that I've had for the last couple years. I'm making this video because Flipbelt reached out to me and they said, hey Matt, we want to send you that same flip belt that you've had for a couple of years. Of course, they didn't know that at the time. And we want you to make an Instagram post. They didn't ask me to make a YouTube video, but you know, seeing as I'm in the business of making YouTube videos about running and running related stuff, I figured I would put together something quick. Can't believe I'm already starting to ramble and I'm only a couple of minutes into this video. Okay, so they wanted to send me the original flip belt that I already had, but you know, probably an updated one with a different logo. And I was like, no thanks. What I do want though is the Flipbelt Elite. And they came back to me and they said, yeah, okay, Flipbelt Elite, we'll send you one. And that is what I have right here. And it's new and it's lovely and the new logo is just gorgeous. So I'm going to be telling you about the Flipbelt Elite, but first let me start with the price. It isn't cheap, $48. Or I don't know if that's cheap, I guess price is always relative. $48 for this Flipbelt Elite is money well spent. But get this, they also gave me a discount code. So you, my friends, can get 20% off anything you like at Flipbelt using my code. It's something like MattBRunning20. You're probably looking at it on your screen right now, and of course I will put it in the show notes below. And guys, if you wanted to buy this Flipbelt Elite after watching my video with my discount code, it takes off $9.60, bringing the price down to $38.40, which is pretty good. Again, money well spent. Okay, but let's go over some of the specs of this Flipbelt Elite. And guys, we don't need to be using anything that is an Elite, right? Okay, so the old flip belt was just one tubular piece of fabric and you had to kind of step over it and then pull it up and shimmy it up around your waist just like that. The Flipbelt Elite, you can do that if you want, but the Flipbelt Elite also features zip. You can wrap it around your waist and then just slot the zip in, pull it up, and there we go. The zip kind of locks into place so it's not going to come undone while you're running. Trust me, I have tested it repeatedly. I probably wear this belt on about half of my runs every week just so I can carry stuff around, you know. Got my phone, got the cameras, and generally just the junk that I like to bring with me. Okay, so if you never wanted to undo it, you could just leave it zipped up and then you could step into it just like we did in the old days before we had a zip. But I'm telling you, it is a lot easier to just throw this thing around your waist and then zip it up. Looking good, especially with it on top of the t-shirt, right? So the Flipbelt Elite is made from 92% micro poly and 8% lycra. What is micro poly? Micro polyester? Maybe. I don't want to stop filming and look it up, so let me know in the comments if you know what micro poly is. But either way, it's a very soft material. It's got a bit of stretch to it. It's actually extremely comfortable when I'm wearing it. And as I've said, I've worn this for several marathons and I've never had a problem with it being uncomfortable. It's a nice snug fit. Now that 92% micro poly and 8% lycra, Flipbelt says it has premium moisture wicking and quick drying fabric. And yes, it definitely does feel like a quick drying fabric. However, here in Florida, when I'm using it, I usually get pretty sweaty. This thing gets pretty wet and I usually just throw it in the wash with the rest of my running clothes when I'm done with a run. But if you don't live in a ridiculously hot and humid area, this thing will dry nicely very quickly. And really, I think something being machine washable, something that you don't have to think about, you can just bung it in the machine and be done with it, I think that's a pretty good selling point in itself. I know a lot of the vests that I review on this channel, they require hand washing, and even though they all require hand washing, I have never once hand washed a vest. They also go in the machine, whether they should or not. Anyway, back to the Flipbelt Elite. Flipbelt has also included this anti-slip inner layer. Now this is something that I didn't know I needed until I actually had it. But now that I'm using this, I remember the old Flipbelt used to kind of ride up just a little bit. But the Flipbelt Elite with this anti-slip inner layer, it's kind of like little rubber dots. It's very comfortable, but it does just kind of grip the top of your shorts and grip your body. And once you set it, once it's in place, it doesn't move around at all. But if I was to pick one feature that I like the best about the Flipbelt Elite, it's this front pocket. Because the front pocket, my friends, is waterproof. That's huge. Especially when you're going out running, if you get caught in the rain, if you're running in summer and everything's getting soaked with sweat, you are usually carrying something with you that you don't want to get wet. maybe it's cash, maybe it's your phone, maybe it's a camera. But you can just bung it in this front pocket and you know it's going to be protected. And this front pocket is a pretty good size. Here's my phone, although it doesn't have the case on. Let me snap the case back onto the phone because most of us, I'm sure, have a case on our phone. And I guess I'm just gonna do a demonstration about how big this pocket is. The phone fits in with plenty of room left over. The zip has this kind of rubber coating over the teeth of the zip to just keep the waterproof, and it just locks right in. Put this right up to the camera so you can see. Can you see this? It's kind of rubberized across the zip to keep it waterproof. So really, if you soak this thing, whatever's inside is not getting wet. In true flip belt fashion, it is a hollow tubular running belt. Well, not just running belt. I mean, you can use it for anything that you'd want to wear a belt. Walking, hiking. In fact, let me just read off the list of activities that Flipbelt recommends that you use the Flipbelt Elite for. Running and jogging, walking, hiking, biking, lifting, traveling, attending concerts, going to amusement parks, carrying medical devices, and much more. Okay, so now you know what you can use it for. There is no way you don't need one of these things, I'm telling you. But back to the normal part of flip belt. This is a hollow tubular belt, and we have 2 additional openings in the back of the belt, and they are really just little slits. And of course, this micro poly and lycra means it's very stretchy, and it's very easy to just reach back when it's on and slide something in. So here's this pocket close to the zip. Obviously this goes all the way down to the zip, and then the other pocket towards the back. This is actually open all the way through behind the waterproof pocket. So you have a lot of room for a lot of stuff. If you wanted to carry bars, gels while you're out on the run, there is always plenty of room. When I was recently running the Boston Marathon, I was wearing this Flipbelt Elite. I had my phone in the front pocket and I had the GoPro tucked in to one of these pockets on the side. And when it was time for me to film something, I could just reach in through this little elastic hole and pull it out, no problem. When the GoPro is in there, the material is kind of so tight, but not too tight, but tight enough to hold it in place. So it just kind of locks. I don't lose it deep into the belt. And then if we kind of reach into one of these pockets, we also have a little elastic bungee key holder. Just in case you wanted to lock your house when you leave, you can stick it on this little clip right here and you're not going to lose it. You can just stick it back into your flip belt and you know that it is secure. And I guess I should mention some of the safety features, but this little lining is reflective on the top and the bottom of the flip belt. So if any light shines on you, you are going to glow. Pretty good. Safety first, right? Okay, so that is the Flipbelt Elite. Flipbelt has a lot of other accessories that could go with this. They have lights, they have bottles. Speaking of bottles, this is what the bottle looks like. You see how it's kind of curved? It's kind of curved, so when it fits against your body, it kind of hugs around the side. And this doesn't come with any of the flip belts. It is something that you have to pay extra for, but I just want to show you how it actually works. Little slit right here. It slides in and then you just kind of push it through, and then because the curvature of the bottle is against your back, it is actually very comfortable. And then when it's time to pull the bottle out, really just as easy as putting it in. It slides out just like that, hydrated, good to go. All right, friends, that is the Flipbelt Elite. If you are thinking about getting a running belt, if you already have one and you're thinking about getting a new one, the Flipbelt Elite is one that I recommend. I use it all the time. I've used past iterations for years, and it just works really well for me. And the best part is that you get 20% off with my code. All right, guys, thanks for staying all the way to the end of the video. Be kind, be happy, run well. I'll see you in a couple of days.